Welcome to the Rundown Media. In this video, we're going to talk Juan Soto. Juan Soto has signed with the New York Mets. Juan Soto chose money over legacy. Juan Soto signed 15-year, $765 million contract with the New York Mets. Insane. An absolute absurd amount of money. Before we get to the rest of the video, here at The Rundown, we appreciate the growing support. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe so we can continue spreading news about the best game on earth. Now, back to the video. But thinking about all of this, having a day to process this news, especially as a Yankees fan. If you're not new to the channel, I am a diehard Yankees fan. But I keep things as fair as possible on this channel. But Juan Soto signed 15 years, $765 million. It was all about the money with Soto. Soto was going to go to who could pay him the most. And the one owner who was willing to play that game with him was Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen was not going to lose out on Soto. And he was willing, in my opinion, to overpay for Juan Soto. Now, the Yankees offered him 16 years, $760 million. So I got to give credit to Hal Steinbrenner. Giving it a shot, he just got outbid. Simple as that. Now, from a contractual viewpoint here, and with diving into the details of Juan Soto's contract, $75 million signing bonus. That's more than what teams spend on their roster yearly. He has an opt-out after 5 seasons with no deferred money and a family suite. The Mets will also have the ability to void Soto opt-out clause after the 2029 season if they boost the average annual value of the final 10 years of his deal from $51 million to $55 million. In that case, the overall deal will be 15 years, $805 million. The largest contract in the history of sports. Absolutely insane. Something I don't think people are talking about enough is this is what you get with Scott Boras as your agent. Scott Boras squeezes every ounce, every dollar for his clients. And look, I don't blame him because that's his job. And fortunately for him, there's a rich superfan who is willing to meet the demands of Scott Boras and Juan Soto. That is what this deal was all about. So all the smoke screen about the legacy with the Yankees and so forth, it was all nothing. It was about the top dollar. It was all about the money. And switching from a contractual viewpoint to now what does this mean on the field, baseball-wise? Mets fans are on cloud 9, which deservedly so. The Mets became a better baseball team today, and but did Juan Soto choose the best team that will best help him? I don't think so. And this is where I come to the conclusion of this is all about Scott Boras feeding his ego of always having the record-breaking deal for his clients. For Soto, I mean, there's nothing you can do with $765 million that you can't do with $760 million that the Yankees offered him. But hitting in front of Mark Vientos versus Aaron Judge is not the same. The protection he got in that Yankees lineup is part of the reason he had the best year of his career this past season. You know, listen, he's currently 26. Soto is a phenomenal hitter. His plate discipline is the best in baseball. In his career so far, he has been one of the most clutch players in this generation. Defense-wise, he is below average defender, but clearly you're giving him the big bucks because of his bat. Barring any injuries, the Mets are probably going to get 7 to 9 years of MVP level Soto. I'm being generous there. That leaves you with 5, 6 years left of what could be a possible shell of Juan Soto. Is that deal worth it? Mets fans, is that deal worth it? I guess so if you get a World Series, but that is the bet Steve Cohen's making. And I don't see him sticking in the outfield for the rest of that contract. We will see what the Mets do at first base. Obviously, Pete Alonso's leaving. But I think there will be a day in this contract he will be a DH for sure. He's just not the high-level defender. You're not paying him for that. You're paying him to hit home runs in Citi Field. But Soto will be a stud, no doubt. And also thinking about this, Ohtani got $700 million last year, and he pitches too. Shohei Ohtani is a unicorn. But Juan Soto got $50 more million than Ohtani. Just to put that into perspective. That's why I think there's a lot of people who are like, I think he got overpaid here. Maybe just a tiny bit. And I think a lot of Yankees fans are reflecting, maybe it's good we didn't make this move. Yes, losing Soto does suck, which I'm going to talk about the Yankees next. What does this mean for the Yankees? Obviously, losing Juan Soto is huge. That's a hard bat to replace. You offered Soto $760 million. So you're fully capable of spending money. Hal showed you right there. Hal and Cashman, they're bringing the big bucks for Juan Soto. He doesn't sign. All right, go use that elsewhere. You better use those resources to get the best available free agents. Go sign Max Fried. Go sign Corbin Burns. Go get Anthony Santander. Pete Alonso. Christian Walker. Yankees desperately need a first baseman. Go trade for Cody Bellinger. Tanner Scott. You better get 2 or 3 of those guys. Obviously, championships are not won in December and the offseason. It's won on the field in October, and the AL is wide open. The AL is a crapshoot, as we know it right now. And the Yankees know that. The NL, on the other hand, is no slouch. Where Soto's going, the Mets, the NL East is competitive every year with the Braves and the Phillies. I mean, the Braves, they've been injury bug for the past few years. The Phillies, they were just in the World Series. The Nationals have a lot of good prospects coming up. The Marlins, I don't know. I do know. The Marlins are no good. And we can't forget the Padres out there in the NL West and the defending champs, Los Angeles Dodgers out west. The NL is no slouch. The NL's going to be tough. But those are just all my essential thoughts on Juan Soto going to the Mets. So that's all for the video today. I would love to hear your thoughts on the Juan Soto deal. Is this a good deal for the Mets, or did the Mets drastically overpay? Drop it in the comments. But please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.